joker, all cards in hand. I read the future on your command. I fly so high with you by my side. Now watch out, baby, cause you lose your mind. I don't wanna wake up, wake up. I don't wanna wake up. I don't wanna wake up, wake up. Gotta make me wanna let this dream me. Nothing's gonna stop me. Let this dream me. Be the one I wanna be. Let this dream me.
We're good. Microphone looks like it's on and working. So today was going to be a big day for Pantheon. Apparently not anymore. So this will be a short stream. My plan was to just kind of stream the chat that was going on. I'll roll some the B-roll video that Desrin does took of the game in the background here while I'm talking about Pantheon. So today was going to be the day that alphas were going to get in the game to check out the pre-alpha content. The video you're watching is kind of old now. It's a little bit outdated. There's a newer video of some gameplay at Nathan Napalm on YouTube, where he did 8 hours at Pantheon Visionary Realms. Let him stream some Paladin play. So he was the first to be able to actually stream some content with the new graphics, etc. So today the announcement was that alpha testers would get in for a 24-hour session starting at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And there's just late breaking news at about 10:49 my time. I'll go to this is from one of the users in my Discord server, where we had planned on just kind of, my plan was just to share some of the experiences that people were having, new people in the game. That's apparently not going to happen today. So this will be a little short stream just with some updates. And I've got a Discord channel user who just posted, and I appreciate that. Mornrock, hopefully I'm saying that right. Some info from the PA announcements that just came out about kind of canceling or postponing today's event. So I'm looking at that post right now by the community manager of Pantheon that essentially says, due to major issues we have been unable to fix, we will unfortunately be postponing today's pre-alpha test session for alpha pledges. Due to the complexity of the issue, we will need more time to evaluate and resolve the issue before we are able to commit to a new testing date, which will be as early as possible in the new year. Underlying issue has to do with their persist system. In its current state, the game will not be able to perform under the increased server load with the amount of new testers who have signed up to test today. We understand that this is heavy news and the decision was not made lightly. The reaction to being able to bring in alpha pledges to the test was above and beyond what we expected, which has made this decision even more difficult. We sincerely apologize to all of you who have been looking forward to logging into Pantheon for the first time today. We'll keep you informed as we work through the current issues and are able to set a new date for our alpha pledges to join pre-alpha testing session. Our current pre-alpha testers will be able to resume regular pre-alpha testing later today. We'll be playing on the current version. Character wipe has been performed. So pre-alpha, so I've been in pre-alpha for a few weeks, and one comment I was going to make early on, I'll make now, is I haven't streamed probably in a couple weeks, and that's because I've been playing this game, and I can't stream it. And a stream of me just talking about it is probably not real exciting. So I haven't been doing any streaming because literally I have been playing this game in its pre-alpha state and just can't stop playing it. So it is that good in my opinion. Certainly it's pre-alpha. There's glitches, not many, nothing major that I could point my finger at. But there are things that aren't implemented. There's some races and character classes that aren't implemented yet. But there's, 7 or so classes that you can play. They just introduced a warrior. Paladin got some upgrades that you can play wizard, enchanter, rogue, shamans. I might be missing something there, but and I've played almost all of them. I think the only one I haven't played yet is rogue, just to get a sense of how that play is. And I've been having a good time with it. I was super excited, and many people were, for alphas to get in today. And I had set up some voice channels on my Discord server for because the alpha testers will not have access. There are some voice channels on. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Can't see your name right now, but I'll get to it. ArcoSC, appreciate that. follows awesome. Um, so there are some voice channels for pre-alpha testers to use in game for grouping and that sort of stuff. But the alpha testers were not going to have a place to, um, unless they had a place of their own to drag people in. So I set those channels up for alpha testers today and kind of advertised that over the last week, both in the Pantheon Discord channel and on the Pantheon forum, so that they would have a place to go to at least hang out. And if they wanted help, some kind of nudges in the right direction. My intent was not to hold any hands and just spill all the beans, but point people in the right direction. When I started playing the first day, a couple things that are the game is difficult. I mean, it is not easy mode. I can tell you that, and I'm all right with that. But if you start like as a Dire Lord and you're trying to get to town, literally, I think I died 5 or 6 times because it was nighttime. And if at nighttime, it's a whole different environment. It's much more challenging. And the only route for a Dire Lord into town can be quite dangerous at night. So that kind of help, I think, would ease some of the frustration. And that's what I was going to try to do today with alpha testers if they wanted it. There's Pantheon was going to have like 10 servers available. And one of those was a server for alphas who did not want any hand-holding whatsoever, the real new player experience. But I can tell you, the other frustration I had is you get in a game where I'm kind of late to pre-alpha, and a lot of the pre-alpha testers have been playing for quite some time, and they've already got all these acronyms that you don't know. And then I just remember, and the community's been great, but I remember typing in into OOC chat, asking what a particular acronym was, and the responses were not helpful. They were a bunch of, a bunch of folks trying to be funny, but nobody ever gave me the real answer. That kind of stuff can be a little frustrating. Hey, what is it? Everybody's got these camps. They've named them something. You don't know where they are. That can present a bit of a challenge. And so my idea about having a Discord server was that kind of help. Not trying to, and if people said, and I've asked this in OC, you get quests and you don't know where a particular NPC is, people would point you in the right direction in chat anyway. And that's the kind of help I was going to provide people and whatever they wanted. So I was looking forward to that today. That's not going to happen. Pantheon's having problems. So yeah, Arco SC, the test, they postponed it. They're having issues. There's a post on the Pantheon channel so if you were an alpha tester, Savannah posted about, let's see, 10 or 12 minutes ago that there are major issues that they're unable to fix. And unfortunately, postponing today's pre-alpha test session for alpha pledges. And due to the complexity of the issue, they'll need more time to evaluate and resolve it before they're able to commit to a new testing date, which will be as early as possible in the new year. So kind of unfortunate. I was excited for alpha testers. I think it would have been a lot of fun. I think once people get in the game, if you're like me, you'll get hooked on it. It's I've enjoyed it. I think the game's if they can do, I think what Pantheon really needs to do is a better job of PR. So yeah, I like it, man. I can't stop playing it, and that's why I haven't been streaming. The week of December 24th, and I hope this is still going on. They haven't mentioned the canceling of this yet, that streamers and content creators will have a week to stream content, and I'll be doing that every day that I'm able, as long as I'm able. You've got, Christmas Eve and Christmas in there. Those are, I don't have any small kids here. We'll probably have something going on. I'm sure we will. We're actually doing our Christmas dinner tomorrow to let all my older kids have other parents, and their spouses have parents they're going to go to. So we said, well, we'll do ours early. So I think I'll be free Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and so my plan is to stream as much as I possibly can, and until I can't do it anymore, just physically. But anyway, And I think it's good. I think it's good that Pantheon is allowing alpha testers in early to get a taste. And I hope they set that sessions up. And I think they do it ongoing, not just this one time, but I really think they should monthly have um, time for alpha pledges to get in and get their hands on the game. I think it will do nothing but good for Pantheon. I mean, this is an unfortunate black mark again, where we're just not ready to, you know, make good on our promise. Not ours, not my promise, but Pantheon's promise to get people in. And I get, these things never go as smooth as you hope. Um, I think I had heard that somewhere around 1,500 alpha testers actually redeemed their tickets to play today for this session. So uh, I think there's total somewhere around 7,000. I think Savannah, who's the community manager for Pantheon, had said there were about 7,000 alpha testers just waiting, for years and years now to get into the game. So I'm sad that it's not going to happen today, but hopefully it'll happen again soon. This is something I've mentioned, I think, in another stream on the Pantheon topics uh, about, you know, there's one, I think Joppa had said in an interview or one of the monthly Q&As that he was the only full-time employee. So, that makes things very difficult. He said all the rest are part-time, and they all of them that I've seen, many of them at least, have mentioned, they've got real daytime jobs because this game is not paying them. So that makes it kind of tough to get these kinds of things done. But anyway, and I've been there. I've been kind of in the business. We patched hundreds of servers that I was ultimately responsible for one weekend a month, and it was always a little, unnerving until we kind of had a system in place that was developed over years, and so things generally went smooth. But you never knew, out of a couple hundred servers, you could have some real issues pop up. But what I think is true that some of the in the pre-alpha chat, they were saying man. So what Pantheon was doing was also doing a patch before letting the alphas in, and apparently they did take the servers down yesterday evening, so all night to get that patch ready. And they should have released it much sooner. They should have let the pre-alphas test that patch before they set on a date for alphas. But again, hindsight's 2020. But this is kind of the way that Pantheon has kind of shot themselves in the foot, without really thinking these things through. But again, I'll say, hindsight's 2020. It's going to be easy to bash them after the fact, and I'm going to try to be as nice as I possibly can and not do that. But anyway, certainly was hoping that the alpha was going to go today. I know that I've been still trying to, I'm going to try again and see if I can at least, I don't know if they're still releasing the patch. I mean, they did mention in this that pre-alphas will still be able to resume testing later today and playing on the current version, so the unpatched version, it appears. So anyway, they have quite a few pre-alphas. They could have tested this patch and done that well in advance of this day, which I think would have been a smarter move. But again, hopefully lesson learned from today. And I thought when I heard that it was a bit risky to do a patch, then have all the alphas come in. You're the more of that kind of stuff that you do, the more you're opening yourself up to issues happening. So anyway, just want to shout out to Desrin Does. He's a cool dude that was allowed to do this video. He hangs out over on Pantheon Plus. He's got his own YouTube channel. He was allowed by VR to create this B-roll video that you're seeing. And this is already, again, outdated. I think it's 2 to 3 weeks old. And I've been playing it for at least that long, the game. And the animations of the characters have been updated. There's been touch up to the art, especially around the characters. I was not a fan of their art change. I've mentioned that a few places, probably on Pantheon Plus and in probably a stream I did some time ago. I was not a fan, and I was ready to go, all right, I'm not ready to play a cartoon game. You've got 8 years of content that you've showed us that this is the direction you were going. And what really rubbed me wrong is the explanation. Well, we never had a chance to kind of talk about how we were going to define ourselves and artistically. And I'm like, 10 years later, you're having this discussion. I just thought it was kind of a cop out and just deflecting kind of responsibility. I will say that this move, I have seen things happen much faster. Um, as long as I've been watching the game and what's been happening, that stuff has happened. But anyway, um, let me see. Did I answer the above question about the test canceled? Is that the question that you're asked about? Sorry, I've been kind of just rambling, not looking at chats. But anyway, um, yeah, they postponed it for today because of problems they're having with their patch, I guess. But let's see. Yeah, Monsters and Memories I've been kind of keeping my eye on too. And I watched some gameplay of that. I just, I'm more want to um people who talk about Pantheon often talk about EQ, and I've even tried to play the original EverQuest again recently. I would got in on the Quorum thing. Um and man, just the graphics I just can't get past. I just can't get past them. So and that's why I was having a little trouble with this. I mean, like, wow, this is more Pantheon's art style now is a little more WoW style to me. And I played WoW to like level 20 and then I was out. I was not a fan of some of this stuff in there. Loved the game. Gameplay was fine. But the art kept me from kind of getting immersed in that game. And that's kind of what I was looking for. But anyway, um, I am following Monsters and Memories a little bit. I have not got into it. I've not played it. I've watched some gameplay. I just watched one, I think, last night uh, of somebody streaming some, or at least posted some content of Monsters and Memories. So I may check it out. Uh, so we'll see how things go. I'm a huge hoper for Pantheon to be successful. So anyway. You're welcome, man. It's going to be shorter than I had hoped. When I was going to be on here for as long as I could stand it while alphas were getting in, because I was really excited to see their impressions and let them talk about them right here for other people. And that NDA for that stuff's been lifted, so we can talk about the game as much as we want. We just can't stream content or show screenshots, that sort of stuff, unless it's been pre-approved by Visionary Realm. So the stuff you've seen and are watching now is pre-approved stuff that's outdated already. But anyway, well, I was hoping to hang out with y'all a lot longer. I'm probably play some exit music, and I'll just keep watching for when the alphas are actually able to get in. And I'm still actually, I said I was gonna try the patcher and see if I can actually get in the game right now. And I have to make sure I'm not streaming it. So let me turn that video off real quick. And we'll see if I can get into the game now. It may be later today, I'm guessing. But let's see what it tells me when I try. Certainly don't want to be kicked out of pre-alpha for showing any of the game. So we'll see what happens. It looks like the server's up and ready for me. So I'll jump in there and just make sure. Yeah, the character's wiped, so that's cool. I'll start fresh, but I'm able to get in now. But again, pre-alpha, and it's not the patched version, I'm sure. But anyway, let me go back to. Let me get out of that, and then. Anyway, yeah, I'm a little upset for the alpha testers to get in and actually touch this game. I think they would have. I think most people are going to find it. They're going to find issues and things that need touch up for sure. They just have to remember, and everybody has to remember when we stream later this month, that it's a work in progress. It's still pre-alpha. So anyway, I'm gonna go cry for the alpha people, and then I'm gonna get in the game and play. So if anybody out there is an alpha tester and you're watching or listening to me, uh, don't be too mad at me. I'll be playing the game here shortly. My wife will be happy. I'll have some more free time. I told her, I'm about to take the whole day, and I did a bunch of stuff in prep for our dinner tomorrow ahead of time so that I could just be left to my own devices. But she'll be happy I'll have some time to do some other stuff, probably to help her out today. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for the follow. Arco, I'll try to get into streaming some stuff. Definitely I will be streaming every day December 24th to the end of the month, if as long as that's still a go. I'll be doing it, and we'll be able to, people have not seen the game will be able to see it actually in its current state. Other people are going to stream. I know the Pantheon Plus crews are going to stream. I'm sure Nathan Napalm will stream that week, and I think it's just going to be a week full of content, hopefully, as long as VR doesn't backpedal on that. They were going to drop the visual NDA for just that 1 week for us to stream content, so I'm looking forward to that. And I'll post that schedule here. I don't normally post schedules because this is not my job, and I don't have a job. But I retired not too long ago, and I don't need to stream for income. I just do it because I like to, and hopefully people who like to see games and see gameplay stop by. Anyway, and I have my own comments, my own kind of take on things. Probably not your normal crazy game player, but I play a lot of them, and I will check out Monsters and Memories anyway. All right, I think that's going to be it for today. I was hoping it was going to be a marathon, but those dreams have been smashed. Anyway, appreciate you all. Stop back by again. I'll post the schedule for the week that I think I'll be able to stream. There'll be marathon days, I'm sure, because I literally play this game way too much already. But anyway, thanks everybody. Appreciate you. Have a great weekend, and cross your fingers for an alpha test in the near future.